Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm the Neuro-Spicy music teacher. My name is Sarah Seymour. I graduated from the University of Lethbridge in 2000, which makes it easy for those of you who don't like math to figure out how long I've been a teacher. I count to 4 for a living, so I appreciate things like that. I don't even often know how old I am, although this year I do know I'm 47, but last year I didn't know. Isn't that funny how things come and go? So I'm here on this channel hoping to help other people who are neurodiverse in the education field feel seen, feel heard, and hopefully give you some tips and ideas of how to make your life a little bit easier, help you to feel validated in the experiences that you are having by sharing mine, and really have a lot of conversations I think that need to be had in the field of education, because we are really good at helping kids on the spectrum of all sorts of different things, whether it's Tourette's or ADHD, because the neurodiversity umbrella is vast, right? And we have a lot of tips and tools as educators to be able to work with our students. So isn't it ironic when we go, hey, some of those might work for us, people go, but you're coping, but you're an adult. Dude, coping isn't the goal here. I'd like us to be thriving. And I'm sometimes thriving, sometimes just coping. And I'm going to be completely honest about my journey here. My story of how I came to my diagnosis is worth a video all on its own, and I'll share that later. But I was diagnosed at the age of 37, 38, after 3 of my 5 children were diagnosed. And thankfully, because they were diagnosed before me and I went through this whole process of learning how to help them. I also have a background in special education. I've run resource rooms. I've done life skill planning. I've done a lot of advocacy work in the field of autism. So I have a lot of fingers in a lot of pies. I'm not just a musician. And I think a lot of what we talk about here isn't just music related, although there will be some podcasts that are very specific. These are music skills you can use. I just think that gives me a place to come from where I was able to help myself. We have an entire group of people now who are being diagnosed as adults who aren't educators, right? And who maybe don't have children with special needs, so haven't gone through training and learning how to deal with big emotions and some of the verbiage and just the next language and things that we've naturally learned to use with our own children and our students. And so I worry. I'm like, what would have become of me if they're like, yay, you're ADHD, you're autistic and dyslexic. Yeah, pick a label, right? Go forth. You're an adult. What resources would I have found? Not a lot. So here I am. I'm going to share what works for me and what doesn't. I'm going to share my thoughts on things. And again, my thoughts, my opinions, you're entitled to your own. I'm sure the comments will reflect that as we go. I want this to be a safe place, a neuro-affirming space. I think I do a really good job of creating a neuro-affirming space in my classroom and wherever I'm presenting. But I would think that my next step would be to help other people create that and encourage you that baby steps is the way to go, because, well, partly it's how we're wired. We'll talk about why we don't just create new habits. Yeah, that's not going to work. But we'll get there. I have so much inside me that I feel I need to share, which is like the stupidest, mushiest thing I've ever said. But since this is my 4th attempt at making this intro video, we're going to let that one slide, because if you're not used to me being a little bit weird, well, here we go, right? And if you like weird, then you're in the right place. I think the secret to being comfortable in your own skin is finding other people who are also weird and are okay in their own skin, and then you can be weird together. So if that's your vibe, then welcome to the Neurospicy channel. I know the content on here right now, if you're a brand new follower, because this is a brand new endeavor for me, is a lot of there's a really cool video of my grandma who's 100 years old telling these folk tales that came all the way from Italy and have been passed down orally, so check that out. But there's also some, weird things from the past, and then a lot of play along videos and things. There's going to be a lot more actual, neuro-affirming content and music education content coming, but we have to start somewhere. So welcome to my page. If you're going to be looking for any of the things that I'm talking about, and I will put the links in the comment section. If you go to my main page here, because I like to make myself look official, let's pretend, and you go to my conference session tab, underneath each of the blurbs, which are written by ChatGPT. Anyways, makes me sound like I know what I'm doing. You go to the click here to view the blogs and presentations, and you'll be able to find links to the topics I'm talking about on any given day. I don't know why I thought I needed to hit them. I have like no followers, but maybe at some point this will be a thing. But right now it's not. So welcome to my channel. My goal really, when I did my first set of presentations yesterday, and my goal going in was, I wanted to validate my own experience, of course. I wanted to know if this was really a path I should be going on. And by the nodding heads, the eyes lighting up, the comments afterwards, yes, this is a conversation that people are ready to have. They just don't know where to have it. So welcome. I wanted to inform, of course. I wanted to make the people in my session feel heard. I wanted them to feel validated. I wanted them to feel hopeful, because sometimes we're overwhelmed. I wanted them to not feel alone, because I don't know about you, but I tend to be lonely sometimes. I have lots of people I care about, lots of people who care about me, but I don't know. Sometimes it's lonely being a little bit different. And I wanted people to laugh. And I was successful in all of those things. And so I thought, okay, what next? And so I thought about my own watching habits on YouTube, which is a disturbing amount of true crime. Um, I also like deconstructive religious stuff, even though, by the way, I am Mormon and proudly talk about my faith and things as well, but you do you. But I'm also aware of the cultish side of things. And so, yeah, I've been watching a lot of that lately, but maybe, who knows? I like to question everything. That's just me. But I thought, I never watch a video that's longer than 24 minutes. I don't know what it is about 24. It's also 13. I don't like that number. If it's too long, I won't even start it. So I thought, you know what? Yesterday I didn't get through my whole session, and I'm going to start with my very first video after this intro video being talking about this one particular tool, which I think is really cool. So I hope you'll check it out. It's going to be about Goblin Tools, which is my favorite website that I found in the last month. And it isn't just for the neurodiverse. My neurotypical friends love it as well. So if you're into that sort of thing, check out my next video, which is going to be dropping soon. And welcome to the channel. Please reach out. You're not alone in this journey. It is a journey. I am not an expert. I'm just someone sharing my experiences. I do a lot of research. I'm an educator. I'm not going to present something that I can't quantify, verify, and that I don't feel has validity. I'm not about sensationalism. I'm about sarcasm and, down with the patriarchy. Give me pockets. That's me. So I'm looking forward to sharing a little bit more of myself and my journey with you, and learning more about my viewers, and reaching out if there's anything I can do. I guess I really just want to be the person that I always needed. I want to be that person that when I felt like everything was too hard and I didn't know where to start, I knew that there was somebody who had felt the same way but had figured it out. And I'm still figuring it out. So welcome to this whole journey. I'm going to try not to be too sweary, and we'll keep it PG and keep it moving. And again, follow me, click to subscribe, catch me on my other socials, and welcome.